Hi everyone, it's George here. Haven't done a review in a while, but that's because I haven't bought anything in a while. So I bought this recently. It's VEHO, I think it's pronounced VEHO or VEHO, I don't know, VEHO 360 mini Bluetooth speaker. So yeah, I'd like to unbox it for you and also make a small review. So let's go. I already opened it up here. So what we get in the box is the speaker itself. It's very tiny actually. It looks much smaller in real life than in the pictures. That's one. You also get, let me get this out of the way, this sticker. So you get cables. You get a charging cable, regular charging cable, and you also get your 3.5 millimeter cable. It's an extension cable. You also get a manual here, like a small manual. So how to set it up. Basically, if you are like at least a little bit familiar with technology, you will not need this manual. Anyway, let's talk about the speaker itself. Well, like I mentioned, it's very small, actually much smaller than I imagined. The quality of plastic is very good. It has like a rubberized plastic feel to it. It's like a soft touch. It's very pleasant to touch. So the sound comes out from the top here, and you get it all around the 360, hence the name. So on the bottom you get a switch for on, off, and the Bluetooth. Or when it's on, basically that means it will transmit audio through the 3.5 millimeter output jack, which I'll show you in a second. Off is, well, pretty self-explanatory, and the Bluetooth is for wireless connection to your Bluetooth device, for example, like your iPhone or your Nokia, or whatever you have. So on the back you get this is a charging port. This is a 3.5 millimeter charging port. This is one, and this is the same port that all the Nokia phones used to charge. So your old Nokia phone charger will work with this one. It will charge this. You get a light which changes colors depending on the mode you have selected. So blue for Bluetooth naturally, and red for 3.5. I'll show you that one. And oh, actually, sorry, this is the charging port, and this is the 3.5 millimeter output port. So yeah, so 3.5 millimeter out, your light, and the charging port. On the front you get a logo which is a little bit kind of awkwardly attached, because as you see here, you see it has like it can get, if you put it in your bag or something, or even in your pocket, this will most likely get hooked on something and break off. So not a very good logo placement, to be honest. So let's turn it on and show you what's it all about. So this is the on mode for just a regular 3.5 millimeter jack, but I'm sure you're interested in the Bluetooth connection. So we go to off, and let me show you how quickly it pairs. Bam, bam, bam. Enter my password. Okay. Now have a look. As soon as I turn it on, it will start pairing. Let it focus. There you go. And there you are. You see? Pairs very quickly. So I like that. Light is not that hard, so it won't bother you too much at night, although it kind of illuminates. So let's show you how it sounds. If you have an iPhone, of course, it will get detected and it will show up as VEHO 360 BT, and you'll be able to either select to play an audio through your iPhone or through the speaker. So let me play you a song here. It's Lame Drivers, Huge Relief. It's like a license-free song or something, basically something you won't get into trouble for playing. So, let's raise the volume. Now, of course, you will not get like a real feel, like real how it really sounds, because obviously you are listening to this through your speakers. But I'll try to explain to you a little bit how it sounds. The sound, first of all, is very loud. It's louder than it looks, definitely, and it's also louder than most like high quality laptop speakers. So it's quite loud. As for the quality itself, frankly, I'm not very fond of the sound because I bought this mainly to listen to podcasts, and on low volumes, it kind of lacks clarity. You know, it's a bassy speaker. It's good on bass, and if you like rap music and stuff like that, I think you will like this. It's also good probably for like a trance music, you know, just like music like that, you know, just loud and banging sounds. So yeah, that it will be good for that. But I personally like clarity and treble, and this is what the speaker lacks, unfortunately. It kind of lacks that, you know, like that clarity that you want to hear, like from, for example, like from rock music, like you want to hear like guitar and stuff like that. This kind of produces a bit of a muddy sound, loud and bassy. I mean, this sounds big, but still kind of lacks clarity, at least for me. You know, maybe you like it. Like I said, it's very subjective. Some people like, you know, one way, something to sound one way. Some people like it, you know, the other way. But yeah, actually the sound quality improves a little bit when you switch to 3.5 millimeter cables, like here. Just get it like this, connect it on one end, connect the other end to your phone, and play it that way. You can also, of course, play this while it's charging, both through 3.5 millimeter and through Bluetooth. As for the battery, it lasts, how long does it last? I would say about 4 hours. Frankly, I haven't tested it, how long it lasts, but it lasts quite a while. Although it doesn't have like any battery saving or sleep modes or anything like that. Once you turn it on, like, it's on. Another thing, when you switch it to Bluetooth, okay. Oh, on the bottom, by the way, you get this like a rubbery thing. It's not a rubber, but, you know, kind of like rubber, so it doesn't slip, and it doesn't slip. It's a very solid and high quality. I like it. The build quality is very good on this. So as I was talking, when you switch it to Bluetooth, when you switch it on, it produces a very loud, I think almost at a full loudness, a sound to indicate that it's on. The annoying thing about that is that if you want to listen to this at night, for example, and you have someone next to you sleeping, this will most likely wake them up. Like, listen to this. Do you hear that? So definitely it is. So that's quite loud. And another thing, what did I want to tell you? Told you about the sound quality, told you about the turn-on sound. Yeah, so I think I told you about pretty much everything. And another thing, I wish it used instead of using this old port, I wish it had used like micro USB, like all modern mobile devices do. Micro USB would have been nicer to charge, because I'll have to keep this cable, and if it had micro USB, I would just use one cable, to charge everything. So anyway, the sound quality is really not bad. It's just I'm kind of nitpicking, but just don't expect it to be like, just I for example, before I bought this, I read the reviews and they all gave it like 5 stars, and everybody was raving that it's the greatest speaker, greatest this, greatest that. And frankly, I expected, I really bought into that, and I expected something amazing. But it's a good speaker, just don't expect very high quality. It's a decent quality. Like I said, if you like boomy, loud sound, and, just bass, this will definitely serve you fine. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to pause for a little bit because my camera ran out of space. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, at the highest volume, actually, the good thing is that the sound does not distort. It remains clean. It doesn't. The speaker doesn't get any distortions. Just when you get those harsh like distortions with sound speakers. No, this remains clean. So that's a good thing. The only thing is that when you play this at high volumes, this little switch here on the bottom, this starts to rattle. So at first I thought there was something wrong with the speaker, but no, this is just this rattling. So just to let you know. Now listening to this at low volumes is actually, what I found out is that I prefer to listen to the iPhone itself at low volumes than this, because as I said, this lacks clarity a little bit. So at low volumes at night, the iPhone sounds cleaner. So and especially with podcasts and talk radio shows, the iPhone is easier to listen to. Next, what did I want? Also, yeah, this, as I mentioned, this doesn't have any power saving mode. So if you're listening to this at night and you go to sleep, the next day you're going to wake up with a dead speaker, and you'll have to charge it every morning or whenever. But still minor inconvenience, but still an inconvenience. So not very suitable to listening, before going to sleep and stuff like that. Also, yeah, when you have it connected to your iPhone, actually all the system sounds like unlocking, locking, keyboard, everything goes through this. The calls don't go through this. Actually, I don't know if the calls go through this. Let me check it out. Just let's power it on. At a loud volume. And let's listen. Okay, the keys go through this. Okay, no, actually, the calls do not go through this. So if you're talking with somebody, you will not hear them through the speaker. Yeah, other than that, I just wanted to tell you the price. This cost me 27 euros delivered from eBay. So it's not very expensive, and out of all the other speakers, this had the highest ratings, the most praises, and the best reviews. So I assume this one is pretty much the best. It sounds very good on high volumes, mid-range. It's a loud speaker, as I mentioned already. Just the clarity lacks a little bit, but other than that, like I said, just again, it's preference. If you like boomy music, you'll enjoy this a lot. So yeah, nice tiny little speaker, does its job just fine, functions just fine, connects quickly. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave me a rating. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.